I'm a complete amateur at this. But I haven't said this before, and I kind of wanted to answer the question why I'm doing this, why I'm even streaming. And it's not to gather a large following, and it's not a popularity contest. It's more that this is way outside my comfort zone. I don't take selfies. I don't like video of myself. I don't like doing all that. But in life, real growth comes when you're not comfortable. And with what I do, there's a public side to the work I do. And there needs to be. And so I'm doing this because it forces me to put myself out there. It forces me to be in that place where the real growth happens, to be in that really uncomfortable place. And so I stream, which I think I'm absolutely boring. So if no one ever sees this, I ain't gonna cry. But I'm putting myself out there anyway, so here we are. And I was thinking, where the gaming's concerned, gaming's just a fun pastime for me. I do it after work, on weekends, when I'm off, whatever. I do it to play with family, friends, kids. But there's more to life. And, the longer you live, the more you learn, hopefully. Although there's maybe another chat coming about that. But I do, life is rough. And there are ways to make it better. And to not make so many mistakes and have life be harder than it has to be. And so I just kind of want to speak on that a little bit. Plus, again, it puts me out of my comfort zone. You throw me into a room full of people, I'm okay. You put me on camera, not so much. So here we go. I have a Bible app. And I've been a Christian now for a good 20 years. Not always a good one. I still struggle with a number of things. I'm not perfect, for sure. And if you listen to my game chat, you'll see. But when I live by the principles, life is better. And the further away I get, the worse it gets, and the closer I get, the better it gets. And but this popped up a couple of days ago, where the verse of the day was 1 John 4:19, which is, "We love because He first loved us." It's funny, when I was a young woman, teenager and a young woman, I always had this thought in my head where I didn't want to hurt anyone else. But, my own body, I could do whatever I want with it. Which is so stupid looking back, because we don't, any of us live on an island, and there are people who love us. And if we don't treat ourselves well, they hurt too. I didn't know it because I wasn't a parent yet. I didn't understand. I do now. But everything I did back then, if I did it, it's because either I had to or it made me feel good. And a lot of those things were good things. I helped people because it made me feel good. But it was really all about me. It wasn't about anyone else. And so when I think about the verse, "We love because He first loved us," I was just fighting in the dark, trying to figure it out on my own. And that He first loved us, if you don't know what it's referring to, it's God and Jesus loving us. And the reality is that if you believe He did what He did, if you believe He was who He was, then He doesn't get anything by dying for me. I don't give him anything. He gives everything to me. I don't sacrifice anything for him. Any sacrifices I make ultimately are for my own good. So he doesn't get anything from me. And when you realize that true love is from the overflow of what you've received, meaning you can't give what you don't have, right? So if you've never experienced true love, you can't give it because you don't even know what it is. But when you have it, when you've experienced it, when someone has done something for you for no good reason and you can't ever repay them, then life shifts. You see things you never saw before. And loving a child, because ultimately as a parent, I mean, look, being a parent's not easy. It's rough. Babies can't do anything for you. Nothing. They're a lot of work. You lose a lot of sleep. You're exhausted. And all they do is look cute sometimes and sleep. So they can't do anything for you. But a lot of times, even then, people are loving kids because ultimately they want the love a child is going to give back. And children love unconditionally. They really do. At least when they're young. But when you experience the kind of love that you didn't earn, you didn't work for, you didn't have to prove yourself for, you were just loved because you're you. Like, when that flows into you, it's able to flow out of you to others. And that's real love. Like, that is love. And when you love a person without expecting other things in return, when you do that, the whole world changes. It's a whole entirely different game. And that's really what it's about. That's the thing that's, we always feel like we need to protect ourselves. And we always feel like we need to look out for ourselves because other people aren't. And so this urge to do things because they make you feel good is there. But when you have enough love inside you, when you've been given that gift, that you can give it to other people without expecting anything back, like, that's real love. That's really what it is. And honestly, that's what God wants for us. That's why it all happened. That's why it was all written down. That's it in a nutshell. For us to be able to experience real love and for us to be able to give it to other people and for us to live a life that is so filled to overflowing that we don't need anything from anybody here. We really don't. We can just give. Now, in reality, it's hard to live there, right? Because we still have fears, we still experience difficulty, we still have people not like us, we still have insecurity, we still have all of these things. But those come and go. But the love of God doesn't come and go. And so having that makes all those other things insignificant. Anyway, 1 John 4:19, we love because he first loved us. It's what it's all about. All right, so here's my first stepping out of the box stream. I hope you get something out of it. And I would love to hear comments, honestly. Give me questions, give me comments, give me something to work on, to look for, ask me the hard questions. I'm willing to give you the best answer I can. So, again, I hope you enjoy this, and y'all have a great day. This is Bayou Girl, so signing out.